Hello and welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. Oscar award-winning actress Marisa Tomei is known for her performances in movies like My Cousin Vinny and The Wrestler. But behind all the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, she struggles with a medical problem, chronic dry eye. To raise awareness, she's teaming up with Allergan and Guide Dogs for the Blind. Welcome.
Hi.
I told you, you're my favorite.
Thank you, Dr.
Love
Manny.
what you do. So let's get back to the medical issue, which is what you're here to raise awareness. Tell me about the dry eye. When was it diagnosed? How was it diagnosed?
Well, it was recently, and I had been feeling a little dry, a little itchy in the eyes, and I wasn't sure really what it was. It'd been going on for some time, and I went to my doctor finally.
Right.
And so it was actually easy once I got to the doctor to figure out what it was, but I didn't know before that.
So, did you think that you were, like the symptoms of dry eye, people wake up in the morning, they have difficulty opening their eyes, and then they get the itchy eyes and things like that. So here you are with this famous ophthalmologist, and they're looking at you, and they say, and you say, well, why now, and where did this come from?
Well, I'm not a doctor, so I don't actually know where it comes from. We should ask him. I don't know where it comes from, but I do know the solution.
Yeah, come on. All right. So, because I think that for a lot of people that develop dry eyes over the years, you're talking about, exposure, let's say, you and in the movies and acting and all that, a lot of makeup, a lot of dust gets in, and ultimately.
I was just doing a play this summer, and I was up in the Berkshire, so there was a lot of wind and allergy type stuff, but it's not necessarily actually related to that.
Was it affecting your everyday to-day operations? In other words, difficulty reading?
I had a lot of eye drops throughout the day stashed around, and it's also, it becomes inconvenient. Right. You don't want to be thinking about your eyes, you want to be thinking about Dr. Manny in front of me, or whatever,
Behave. Tell me about the treatments that they gave you, the treatment options that they said that you should do.
Well, for me it was pretty simple. To try Restasis, and I tried it and it worked for me. Right. I guess I could have just continued with the eye drops and the artificial tears and suffering like that, but this was so much easier. So it was as simple as going to the doctor, getting a prescription, and trying it. Now,
I always ask every celebrity that comes and is sort of raising awareness about a medical issue, why this one and why now?
Well, I love what they're doing with the Guide Dogs for the Blind. Okay. And I became more passionate about it when I got engaged with that. And also it really, what Restasis is doing a really great thing, because there's no funding for it, no government funding for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And if you take the quiz on Restasis.com, they will give $1 for every quiz that's taken. So you can find out if you have dry eye, if you're a candidate for Restasis, and then the money goes to the Guide Dogs.
So Restasis is basically a medicine that is made by Allergan, which is really a revolutionary medication, because it basically just re-stimulates the glands of the eye to produce, tears. And the project with the dogs, what is that all about?
Well, it's an organization that pairs the visually impaired or the blind with a guide animal, a guide dog, and they train the dogs, and it becomes a whole world of freedom opens up, because you can move about a city like this or anywhere much more easily, and the dogs can become your eyes. They're also a bridge to, everyone loves dogs and comes over and talks to dogs, so it's a really good social aspect to it as well. And I love animals, so it's kind of companion.
And look, I think that eye health is such an important thing. People should get their annual, eye examinations, and because there's so many treatments now that are available to rectify it and prevent blindness down the road. So when people want to get more information, do you know where they can go to?
Just go to Restasis.com and take the quiz. It'll wind up that the Guide Dogs for the Blind gets a donation, and you get to find out if you're a candidate for this. And you can go to your doctor too, and your doctor can easily help diagnose you. Eye health is one of those topics, and you being an actress, reading all the time, sort of acting and all of that, it's a good topic to raise awareness. So I thank you for coming. Thank you for having me. All right. And if you have any health questions, tweet me at Dr. Manny on Fox. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.